The man looked at the huge hide in front of him. After carefully feeling it, he pulled out a hair from it. He then said to the king, "This is a mouse skin." Hearing this, the king shook his head in disagreement. Another man pulled out a magnifying glass and studied the hide for a while. After a hesitant moment, he said, "This is an ant's skin." But the king still shook his head. The princess sighed in relief because if someone guessed it right, she would have to marry him. Then a gentleman stepped forward and the princess quietly felt hopeful. Unfortunately, after inspecting it, the gentleman guessed wrong as well, and the princess was immediately filled with disappointment. At that moment, a wild man stepped forward. He sniffed the hide and said, "This is a flea skin." The king never expected that the wild man would get the answer right. Years ago, when the princess was playing music, a flea suddenly jumped onto the king's hand. Watching the flea hopping around in his palm, the king was so amused that he completely lost interest in his daughter's performance. Curious about the flea, the king immediately left the room. Back in his study, he pricked his finger with the tip of a pen and carefully observed the flea.